American families and small businesses are hurting, and they're continuing to ask the question, where are the jobs? They're looking for the White House and Congress to work together to get our economy back on track. And that's exactly what we're doing. Last week, the leadership sent a memo to our members which identified areas that offer potential for common ground in the president's plan. That would include extending businesses' ability to expense 100% of the cost of certain property that they put in service, new employer tax credits for hiring the disabled and unemployed veterans, reforms to the unemployment insurance system, and repairing and improving our infrastructure. Republicans have also laid out a blueprint for economic growth and job creation, focuses on one thing: removing government barriers to private sector job growth. And we hope the president will give our plan a serious consideration as well. The deficit proposals that the president put forward, I think, are a step backward. His plan, in my opinion, will destroy jobs by raising taxes on small businesses and their capital, the key ingredient, I think, for job creation in our country. These tax hikes have been rejected by members of both political parties. Listen, job creators are essentially on strike. I think we need to work together to get the government out of the way so the economy can grow and we can get people back to work. You know, in light of his visit to a ready-mix concrete plant today in Cincinnati, while the president's there, Steve Shabbat and Jeff Davis, two members that represent both sides of the bridge that the president's going to visit, have asked the president to support legislation that's moving through the House that would stop the federal government from imposing excessive regulations on cement manufacturers. These regulations threaten thousands of American jobs, and we hope the president will address this during his visit. Listen, like everyone in Cincinnati and northern Kentucky, I know how important the Brent Spence Bridge is to our region. And I've long supported replacing the bridge, and I'm pleased the president is bringing attention to this much-needed project. But now is not the time for the president to go into campaign mode. Earlier this week, the White House said that the governing phase is behind them. I think for the sake of American families and small businesses who are struggling, I certainly hope this isn't so. They have every right to expect us to solve the problems that we can have rather than to run away from them. And let me just say this. Governing isn't behind what's happening here on Capitol Hill. Our economy's in jeopardy. The future for many families and small businesses is hanging in the balance. Tomorrow is the anniversary of our pledge to America, our pledge to listen to the American people and confront the challenges that we face head on. We can't afford to wait. I think too much is at stake. We said that if the White House won't lead, we will. That's a promise we made, and it's a promise we're going to keep.